silver lining in what had to be top to bottom your best all-around performance? It just can't close out.
We played hard. We did some really good things. Too many quick shots in the first half. We were 1 for 10 on quick shots, and just too many of them. Just a couple bad fouls that's just not the way, we do things. And obviously, missing the free throws late, didn't give us an opportunity to stay with it. But, I think it boiled down more even than the free throws. It was 24-23 on the boards, and they got the next 6, and they got the offensive rebound. I think they got 5 points out of it. And that was as much as the missed free throws, those offensive rebounds they got. And, we just didn't get the ball. I think the last 15 minutes of the game, we might have got out rebounded 20-8, I believe. We were up 5 and end up down 7. So I thought coming into the game, even without Nate, that was an area we could get him in on the boards, and we didn't do it.
You mentioned a couple of days ago after the tournament that a lot of the issues that you saw were, on you. Do you still feel the same after like a
absolutely
game?
We if you don't have a disciplined team and make some of the mistakes that we make, that's on me. Fouling 90 feet from the basket. Those are just poorly coached team. Not blocking out and going getting the ball. It's a poorly coached team. So absolutely. You shoot the ball 40, we went 47, 43 from 3. We didn't shoot free throws good enough at 65, but you get out rebounded, and that's on not disciplined enough. And, we went in with the game plan. We were going to make them guard. And like I said, we were 3 for 17 on one-sided shots. They just too quick. We didn't want to score in the 80s. We didn't. Boise played them tough. Playing their game. We got up 10 there and took 2 or 3 really quick ones, and just bad fouls to end the half. So again, that's a poorly coached team. I wish I could say something different, but my job is to get my team to do what we need to do to win and play the way we got to play to win. And I'm not doing it. They've got a better way. I don't know if it's their girlfriends or their agents or their parents. I'm not sure who's advising them right now, but I know I'm about 7th on the list. So, and it's my job to get up there and make sure that we play the way we need to win a ball game. And I haven't done it. So, again, we played hard enough and we did some things good enough to put ourselves in that position. But, there's going to be a lot of one-possession game. This basically was a one-possession game. I know it ended up 5, but it basically was a one-possession game. And we didn't get the rebounds when we had to. We didn't get the free throws when we had to. And again, I'm not sure we'd have been in that position if we wouldn't have taken so many quick shots.
What are your thoughts on Kwame and what he was able to give you?
Oh, he played really good, other than a couple, bad turnovers and that. But no, you get 9 rebounds. He had 7 of our defensive rebounds, which dang near half of them. You look down the list. Sean got 2. Dev didn't have any. Jackson 1, 2. He's the only one that went and got defensive rebounds. He had 7. So he was in the fight. I thought he did a lot of good things.
Jackson was so effective in the first half and then not as effective in the second. What changed there?
Oh, we tried to get him a 3 look there out of the timeout. We tried to get him some, looks. They, really do a good job of hedging. They're not letting him get the corner turned, and we get the ball, to our 4-man there, and we're not making the right plays. If they're going to double him like that, someone else got to make a play. And, like I said, he had 5 assists, 2 turnovers. He had a couple looks that I thought he was going to hit, but, we got to get him some more shots.
On their long possession with about straddled from 5 to about 4-ish to go there, Dan. But you had at one point a out of bounds off KJ. Any thought of putting Big E in there for Sean because of the 4 fouls? Because I think at times Sean wasn't crashing and going because he was worried about foul trouble.
Well, if he was, then he didn't listen, because I said, we got 4 or 5 minutes to go here. Don't worry about it. You got to go get the ball. So I see what you say there, but no, I, was going to stick with Sean. Big E had a little trouble finishing a couple plays there, but defensively we probably could have used him. But no, I was going to go small if Sean did foul out, but we needed the boards there.
Coach, how tough was it, the pacing of this game with all the fouls, and then they ran a little bit of the press with the turnovers? Do you feel like your team got sped up and then had to slow down?
I'm not sure what they felt, but again, we shot ourselves in the foot in that first half with a lot of quick shots. And obviously when you only finish 1 out of 10, and we were 60% on 3 sides and 50% on 2 sides. So obviously, our guys got a little sped up there, and a lot of that was the double teams and the open floor.
Coach, you and Coach Musselman, 2 coaches that have been in the game and around basketball for a long time. What's it like squaring up with him and his squad that's as experienced as an experienced leader, just like you and your squad?
Oh, I don't know Eric that well. We had just 2 games last year, and I think we beat them pretty good here and had a close game with them at their place. They're a talented team, and you can't give them the opportunities that we gave them. So he does a good job, and they're 8-0 and ranked in the top 25, and they're doing a really good job.
Do you have an update on Nate heading into the UCLA game?
We're hopeful. See how the next couple days go, and hope to get him ready to go.
Coach, you guys got off to a hot start, 2-0 in quad 1 wins last year. This year you're 0-2. How important now are these conference games where you're going to play those quad 1 opponents?
Right now, we just got to get better. I said it, December, we got to get better. I know everybody's worried about the end result. I'm worried about Thursday's practice. We got to give them a day off, so tomorrow's their day off. But we just got to worry about getting better and taking care of business and playing a lot smarter than what we are.